What starts as a routine OWI sentencing quickly becomes one of Judge Melissa R. Mogen's most personal courtroom conversations. Dana Hubble appears before the court ready to plead guilty to operating while intoxicated.
We will go on the record in the matter 25 CT 24, State of Wisconsin versus Dana Hubble. The state appears through Assistant District Attorney Jose Vila in person. We have Mr. Hubble appearing in person with his counsel, Emma Hanu, or Ms. Hanu is making a special appearance on his behalf. We're set today for a plea and sentencing. Ms. Hanu, is this matter going to proceed as such?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay.
For the court and for the record, I was previously appointed in Mr. Hubble's case, and then I withdrew. It was not due to a conflict of interest or a breakdown in attorney-client relationship. That was simply an administrative matter. I advised Mr. Hubble of the same. The current offer is to plead to operating while intoxicated, a second offense, for a joint recommendation of a $976 fine, 5 days in jail, and 12 months of a driver's license revocation.
All righty. And so how much jail credit does he have?
1 day.
1 day.
Jail credit?
Your Honor, there would be a request to allow Mr. Hubble to serve that time on the monitor. He advised me he would intend to prepay that, obviously. He is currently employed. He just does not currently have the finances. He'd be asking for a little bit of time to prepay that.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just pulling up the plea questionnaire right now. I'm sorry, I had a message from somebody that I needed to respond to, and I apologize for that interruption. Can you just repeat the agreement that's been reached?
Yes, Your Honor. The agreement would be that Mr. Hubble would plead guilty to OWI Second Offense. There would be a joint recommendation in line with IDIP guidelines, as Mr. Hubble has completed IDIP for 5 days in the county jail, $976 in fines and fees, and a 12 months driver's license revocation. There would be an additional request joint recommendation for Mr. Hubble to be able to serve the remainder of that time on electronic monitor.
But he needs time to prepay it. It would only be like $75 for the monitor. Or are you thinking prepay the whole fines and fees and things?
I was thinking the monitor, but
well, it's an OWI second, so I can give you time to report, and that's really not a big deal. And with regards to the fines and fees, we can get into that in a bit. Okay, so the IDIP guidelines, and you did the IDIP, and how did you find it, Mr. Hubble?
everything went good. I mean, I was already sober at that time, but just having somebody to talk to like Dave, he's a really good guy, and he also shared his experiences with alcohol with me, and
you can reach out. Dave would allow you to like stop and say hi, or maybe
I seen him at the Webster Fair.
He is an absolute great, wonderful man.
Yeah, he is,
and he does really great, wonderful things for our county, and he
does a lot with kids and the troubled kids
all the way up to elderly. I would say he is good with and works well with. So
yeah, I also want to let you know that I am still going to Aurora.
Excellent. Yes.
Yeah, I'm still doing my appointments there, even though I'm all done with everything. Just it's good to follow up on the stuff.
It really is, especially with your family history and all of those things. It is good to continue with that. You may not have to do it as frequently. I don't know what your frequency is, but it's good to continue to do that because you have made some amazing strides, Mr. Hubble.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have in front of me the plea questionnaire waiver of rights form. Did your attorney and Ms. Hanu did state that even though Ms. Sherwood is listed as your attorney, she's had you previously, or she was on there with Ms. Sherwood or helping her out at the time.
Yep.
And she did go over the plea questionnaire waiver of rights form with you.
Yeah.
And did she go over it all with you, essentially word for word?
Yes.
And do you remember everything? Do you understand everything thoroughly?
Yep.
And that is, well, I have an electronic signature right here. We're going to have to print it out. And then you are going to need to sign that. So if you want to come up here, get the document, review it, make sure that's what she went over with you, and sign it, please.
I have to use the pen at the table. Apparently all of our pens are.
Sign over here and date it.
Where?
You can just sign it
Right here.
under your name.
Unless that pen doesn't work. We have secondary.
All right. And that is the document that she went over with you?
Yep.
And now you have signed it. So you're pleading guilty to an operating while intoxicated second. You've completed the IDIP program and you're asking the court to follow the recommendations, and that's the agreement for those sentencing guidelines, correct?
Yep.
You're 33 years old. You have a high school diploma or equivalent. You can read, write, you understand the English language.
Yes.
Other than substance abuse treatment, no other mental illnesses or disorders or treatment?
No.
No alcohol, medications, or other drugs today?
No.
Because you're charged with crimes, you are entitled to constitutional rights. Each of those rights is listed on that first page, and your attorney thoroughly went over those rights with you?
Yes.
And do you understand them completely?
Yes.
Do you need me to go over those rights with you in any more detail?
No.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving and giving up those rights?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're not a citizen of the United States, your plea could result in your deportation?
Yes.
Do you understand that the state would have to prove on or around April 13th, 2025 in Burnett County, Wisconsin, you operated a motor vehicle while under an intoxicant, the influence of an intoxicant on a highway or roadway of this county and state?
Yes.
Do you understand that this would be a second countable offense?
Yes.
And you understand that upon conviction, that for the second offense within 10 years, you shall be fined not less than $350, but no more than $1,100, and imprisoned not less than 5 days, but no more than 6 months?
Yes.
Do you also understand that the court shall order an OWI AODA assessment and follow through,
Yes.
and shall revoke your license for not less than 1 year, but no more than 18 months?
Yes.
Now, do you understand that there is an agreement that's been reached in which the court would follow IDIP guidelines? Do you understand I'm not bound to follow that?
Yes.
I could sentence you to the maximum possible penalty if I thought it was warranted.
Yes.
Do you still wish to proceed and enter a guilty plea?
Yes.
Did you go over that criminal complaint with your attorney? And I'm talking particularly that probable cause section where it basically said what happened that day and why you were charged with the crimes?
Yes.
For the most part, are those facts accurate?
Yes.
Are you admitting here today you in fact did operate a motor vehicle while under the influence of an intoxicant?
Yes.
And it is your second countable offense?
Yes.
Ms. Hanu, may the court use the probable cause section of the criminal complaint to find a factual basis?
So stipulated.
Has anyone made any threats or any promises to you for you to plead guilty today?
No.
You're doing so freely and intelligently, telling the court you fully understand what you're doing
Yes.
and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has your attorney and Ms. Sherwood, have they both represented you competently?
Yes.
Have they both answered all of your questions?
Yep.
They went over whether or not you have any defenses or any lack of defenses?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with their defense?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for this court or for your attorney before I proceed?
No.
As to count one, operating a motor vehicle while under the influence, second offense, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
The court will find your plea of guilt is done knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I'm going to find that you understand your constitutional rights and what
Yes.
it means to waive and give up those rights. I'm going to find a factual basis to accept your plea of guilt. Based on that, I will find you guilty of count one, The remaining, well, actually count 2 and count 3 will be dismissed and read in. Count 3 will be dismissed and merged in with count 1. A judgment of conviction will be entered today. Argument and sentencing recommendation, Mr. Avila.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe the joint agreement here is appropriate. Mr. Hubble has completed the IDIP guideline, as the court previously noted. But more specifically, the court's well aware of Mr. Hubble's background. It's aware of his journey with substance abuse, and specifically, it's also heard already how much the IDIP guideline had a positive impact on him. And it sounds like he's going to continue to follow up with that moving forward. I think the sentence also achieves the goal of specific and general deterrence, specifically deterring Mr. Hubble from re-engaging in these patterns of behaviors that led him to this point. If he decides to operate while under the influence again, he's going to face harsher penalties. And general deterrence, as in letting the community know that these do carry mandatory minimum sentences should people continue to drive while under the influence. Regarding the need to protect the public here, his license is going to be revoked for an extended period of time. I think that goal is satisfied. As such, I would ask the court to adopt. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Hanu.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that this recommendation is more than appropriate. The intoxicated driver intervention program.
This is where the hearing becomes much more than a standard sentencing proceeding. Judge Melissa R. Mogen carefully balances 2 important legal goals: protecting the public from impaired drivers while recognizing sincere rehabilitation. Wisconsin law requires mandatory penalties for a second OWI offense, including jail time, license revocation, and alcohol assessment. But sentencing isn't only about punishment. It also considers whether the defendant has accepted responsibility and taken meaningful steps to reduce the risk of reoffending. Dana Hubble explains his continued sobriety, ongoing treatment, stable employment, and renewed commitment to being present for his children after the loss of his father. Those factors become significant in the court's evaluation. What do you think? Should judges place greater weight on rehabilitation when someone demonstrates real change, or should repeat OWI offenses always receive harsher punishment? Let's return to the courtroom as Judge Mogen announces the final sentence.
Stuff, especially like, the passing with my dad, and then the guy was my best friend, spent almost every day with him. But I just came to a point where alcohol just wasn't it anymore.
I'm very glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that.
I hit it really hard after he passed, but I put myself in treatment and got better.
You continue to get better and better and a better person inside and out with each passing day, Mr. Hubble.
Yeah.
You and I remember our first meeting, the first case. It wasn't your best shining moment. And I'm so glad to see that you've worked through that, especially with the mother of your children, because that was a big issue there.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like, at least from the character reference that I read some while back, that both you and she have worked together, and you've been a present father, and you've been there for the kids. You've been there for her, even if you're not together as a couple, and you've stepped up.
Yeah.
And I am so glad to hear that and to know that is happening. And you and I both know I've seen your dad in court for similar issues. But I'm going to tell you, he too had that aura about him of being a good, down-to-earth human being.
He was a really good guy.
And
he'd give you the shirt off his back.
I could get that feeling from him. His issue as well, I mean, it was the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where that started from. I don't know. Genetics is a part of it. It usually runs in a family. It could have been grandpa, great-grandfather.
Yeah, his dad, my grandpa, was an alcoholic. And then, I don't know, I guess it just traditions.
Here's the deal. You get to make your own traditions with your kids now, and it doesn't have to be focused around alcohol.
That's the plan.
You have a graduation party, you don't need to have alcohol. You have a birthday event, you don't need to have alcohol. Just because we're born and raised in Wisconsin and in Burnett County, we don't need to have alcohol at every celebration or other event.
Yeah. It went from Busch Light to Diet Coke now.
Well, boring is good.
Yeah.
And you're in this spot where previously, and especially after your father's passing, you were a risk to the community.
Yeah.
And you did engage in some very, very ill thought out actions and conduct.
I don't deny any of it.
But now you've gained a better understanding. You've taken control of your substance abuse disorder. You've taken control of what it does mentally to you. You've taken control of what it does physically to you. You've taken control of being a father and a co-parent. And those are good, positive, wonderful steps. And I want you to continue to do that. And so I do think that the guidelines here are appropriate. I do have to ask you, with this, there are 25 hours of extra community service.
I had already talked to,
Tessa?
yeah. Oh, not Tessa, that place in Webster.
So you're going to do the community service?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That makes me happier.
I already told them I was going to be back because they told me that I was going to have 25 hours there.
Well, that's good to hear, because sometimes people just want to convert it to extra jail time or being.
No, I don't like jail.
So that's good. So what I'm going to do is follow the recommendation, $976 in fines and fees, plus a $10 blood draw fee, 5 days of jail, 1 day of jail credit. You will be able to get good time. So 5 days with good time is 4 days. With 1 day credit, you have 3 days. 12 months ignition interlock device, 12-month revocation of your driver's license with credit for any administrative suspension you may have already received because of this.
So that would cut the time to 0, right?
Because
I lost my license right away, right? It's been over a year.
Yes, it could be if the Department of Motor Vehicles did put that administrative suspension on you, then by getting the credit and doing what you need to do, you can at least work towards getting an occupational sooner.
Okay. Does the occupational have to have interlock?
Yes,
It does. Okay.
it does. Any vehicle you drive for the next year must have an interlock.
Okay.
So, and you need to have a vehicle registered in your name with the interlock for at least that year. So do you believe or think that you can pay off that fine, the fines and fees in one, or do you need a payment plan?
I will probably need a payment plan. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to order $200 a month, and that's going to start in August. Can be your first payment. I'll let you get all situated with jail and the monitor. I will give you the ability to serve the remaining jail time on monitor. It's house arrest. You can go to work. You can go to the grocery store. You can go to church. I would time this wisely because you can't go to the beach with your kids. You can't, go to a graduation party. You can't do any of those things. It is house arrest for a reason. But like I said, you only will have 3 more days to sit and be confined. The rest, you're going to do community service, 25 hours. I'm very glad to hear that. I will give you 30 days to figure out when you want to sit that time. So 30 days to report. And when you decide to do that, you'll just have to let Dave or Tessa know. And then they'll have a monitor ready for you. You'll go get booked in. You'll be released to either go right to work or to go back home. It does monitor your alcohol and other substances. So make sure that you are not around any gasoline with it. So don't accidentally spill. Yep. Anything could set it off because there's alcohol and rubbing alcohol. There's alcohol in mouthwash. So if you accidentally spill it on the monitor, then it'll set it off and it'll say you need to immediately report to jail. Okay. So I'd be very cautious for 3 whole days while you're on the monitor, right?
Yep.
So Tessa and or Dave will go over the other rules and policies with you as it relates to that. But As you probably know, I'm a pretty strict judge. So if it says, if it says that it registered alcohol, even if it's 0.001, you will be told to go to jail. No good time, no Huber. Okay.
Yeah, you won't have to worry about that.
So I'd be very, very careful. And you know I'll do it. So
Yeah.
but I'm so proud of you. I really am, Mr. Hubble. And to be honest and to be blunt, and right before you even walked in, I had a brief conversation with both the state and your attorney. You are a wonderful guy. You have a great heart. And you do project that. When you allow alcohol to take control of your life, it clouds all of that. And this is the best, Mr. Hubble, to see. And imagine breaking the cycle of alcoholism with your children and what that means for your future and their future and your grandkids.
That's the goal.
That is the goal. And to be a present dad and a good co-parent, even if you're not together, a good co-parent that works together for the better of the kids.
Yeah, our relationship has been really good.
So glad to hear
ever
that.
since.
You have 20 days to appeal. Should you fail to appeal within 20 days, you do lose that right. If you fail to pay your fines and fees, not only will a civil judgment be entered against you, I will issue a warrant. You could sit up to 6 months in jail. I need your fingerprints, at least it says I do, and I do need your DNA. So when you're done
I did
here,
fingerprints.
they did do fingerprints?
Yeah.
Then it's just, sometimes it lags in my system. So I do.
Judge Melissa R. Mogen ultimately follows the joint sentencing recommendation after concluding that Dana Hubble has demonstrated meaningful progress since his arrest. The court imposes the required fine, jail sentence with electronic monitoring eligibility, license revocation, ignition interlock requirements, community service, and continued substance abuse obligations. Throughout the hearing, however, Judge Mogen repeatedly emphasizes that the greatest success will not be measured by completing court-ordered conditions, but by breaking the cycle of alcoholism and remaining a positive father and role model for future generations. The hearing serves as a reminder that accountability and rehabilitation can exist together when defendants genuinely commit to changing their lives. If you found this case as intense as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful courtroom breakdowns.